Hey guys, it's Dakota again with HD God and Me. Well, I've been out on the lake all day. I've been fishing and I didn't catch anything. So I sat down and I started working on my fourth step paperwork. So I guess that's what I'll post this video as, and I'll continue to help anybody that needs help as they go through their steps. So I'm working on step 4, and that is the resentment inventory. So I had Amber, my daughter, I had her make up these papers here, and what it is it's why, or who, why, what was affected, and where was I selfish. So for example, I have one that there was a guy, I'm not going to name his name, he stole $5,000 from me a few years back, and so I put him on there. I put he stole my money is why, and what was affected, my self-esteem, my banking account was affected. But the fourth column is the most important one. And us as addicts and alcoholics, we tend to, when something happens, we will start playing this video in our mind, and after we play it so many times, we come to see ourselves as the victim. And that's just a big habit that we have. I've done it for years, and I've made myself the victim, and I've used that to do drinking and drugging and stuff like that. As long as I can make myself out to be the victim, then it gives me a reason to drink, and it gives me an excuse. I blame it on that for years with my family, my wife, and all that. As long as, something bad was happening to me, then, I had to feel love somewhere or something, and that's what I did. But back to the fourth column is the most important. So the guy stole money from me, and it affected my bank account, my self-esteem. But why did he do it? Because I was always flashing my money around, because I had $20,000 or $30,000 sitting around, and I always had a wad of money in my pocket, and I thought that was cool. I thought, the girls thought it was cool, and I was better than everybody because I had $5,000 or $10,000 in my pocket at all times. And I was very greedy and selfish, and that's what happens when you're greedy and selfish. So that's what the step 4 is, getting the resentments out and kind of figuring out where we are with it. This step kind of involves prayer. So as you get these things down and you have to work through them, one thing that I've learned to do is praying through them. So each person that I put down, I'm praying over it, and sometimes it doesn't happen. You don't just pray once. Sometimes you have to pray over and over. I was listening to a podcast or something the other day, and a guy was talking about how he really hated somebody, and he was praying for him and praying through the resentment situation, and the next thing you know, the guy became his neighbor, and they ended up being really good friends. So kind of a unique situation. But as I've been out here on the lake today, I've been thinking, because I've been fishing for the last 5 hours and I haven't caught anything, but I bet I've casted 1,000 times. And sometimes I think that's, we think that we're supposed to catch a fish on our first cast, and if you put it in perspective of prayer, sometimes we want to put one prayer out there and hope that God gives us exactly what we need. And that's not the way it is. Sorry, boat's going by, I'm getting a little choppy. But you never don't cease to pray. Just like, when you go fishing, you just cast over and over and over and over, and you eventually you'll catch a fish. Not always today, but eventually you'll catch something. And that's the way our prayer life should be. We should never cease to keep praying, and pray in all situations. And I'm not saying this because I'm good at it, and to be honest with you, I'm bad at it. I don't pray a lot. I have got up and I've started doing the 3rd step prayer every morning, and I've been praying a lot. I've been praying over all my situations as far as this 4th step goes, and the resentment inventory. But you know what? I really am asking y'all to pray for me. I have screwed up so much stuff. I have broken my family apart. I have torn people apart. I've screwed up so much, and you know what? More than anything, if I can get y'all to pray for me and continue to keep me in your prayers, that I will stay sober and continue to work the steps and get better, that would be grateful. If y'all need prayer, feel free to drop a comment, and I'd be more than happy to pray for you and pray with you. Prayer's a powerful thing, and it's one thing that I'm learning to do more and more. If it's one thing that you will realize from the old timers or the people with a lot of time up under their belt as far as being sober, or people with sobriety, people with what you would call peace of mind, they'll tell you that prayer is a big part of it. Prayer and meditation, that was a big part of our group yesterday. Prayer and meditation. Not only do you need to pray, but sit there for a few minutes afterwards and let God speak to you. I say it like I know it, but I don't. I struggle with it every day. So I'm just here to share my story, and I hope that this helps somebody. If you need help with any of the 4-step work, or you have any questions, feel free to hit me up or drop a comment. I'm working on doing a website, a recovery website. Hopefully I'll be able to get that up and running in the next few months. I think it'll be a pretty nifty little kind of layout that I have planned. So y'all keep that in your prayers as well. I think I'm going to try to do it as a recovery hub. And I got some thoughts and plans for it. But man, if y'all can just keep me in your prayers, and like I said, if you need prayers, drop a comment, leave a like. I'd appreciate it. I do this as much as I can because I know how important it is to me to be able to listen to people's stories and be able to get a little bit of feedback. So I hope that y'all stay sober today, one more day, one day at a time. I love y'all, and keep it going.